Hello, hello. Okay, so I am going live a little early today. I apologize, okay? But I do have something planned for tonight, and I didn't want to not show up, okay? So for those of you, and I'm totally like in my living room and things are not like all professional like I normally have them, but whatever. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Raven Woods. I'm the CEO and founder of Autism Mama Rocks IEP, and I help parents gain the knowledge and confidence to become the CEO of their IEP meeting. Doesn't that sound awesome? No, I really truly do. I'm just playing around today. I'm in a good mood for some reason. But no, seriously. So yes, I help parents gain the knowledge and confidence to become the CEO of their IEP meeting, and I truly love what I do. So for those of you who are new, post a one below, and if you're an oldie but goodie, post a 2 below and say hello. And if you're new, just make sure you say hello, and I want to get to know you. And if you're not part of the group, please head over there and join. It's an amazing group. So I already shared this with my course students, and I had to share this tonight because I was super excited about it. And guess what? I did not know this. Oh my gosh, right? I told you guys I would own it if I don't know something. I learned something new this week. So what was that? I requested my daughter's records, and for the first time, the school system actually came back with how I would have to pay for it. Now, mind you, it has been 12 and a half years, and all of a sudden they want to charge me, which they can, for my child's whole scholastic file. So I was pissed off about that because the reason why they're doing that is because I recently made 19 complaints and they were all founded. So they're pissed off at me. So they're saying, screw you, we're going to charge you for your child's records. Okay. Now, hold on a second. This gets even better. All right. So what happened was they send me a letter, an email, and actually the email had an attached formal letter. So there's a difference between an email that comes from the school, which you always want to keep, and it's your documentation, and if it's not in writing, it didn't happen. But they attached a formal letter from the school, letterhead, etc. So this letter went into detail on how they mentioned FERPA at the very top, okay? But then FERPA almost disappeared through the whole 2-page email or message or formal letter, and it all talked about what's called FOIA, all right? So FOIA is actually a federal law as well, and it is based off when you request information from the school. They go off FERPA and FOIA. Okay, so I had no idea what the hell FOIA was. Never heard of it. Didn't have a reason to. I was never charged for requesting my child's whole scholastic file. Now this is like 12 years worth of information. So, and I asked for even more detailed stuff. So they were pissed off because they got to go get that. And so they mentioned really quick, maybe to trick me was my thought process, and FERPA, and then the rest of the email, the message and the formal letter was all about FOIA. Now, mind you, if I didn't know what I know, things wouldn't have stood out to me. I would have fallen for it and I would have been in deep shit. Okay? Because what I did was I called FOIA. It's a federal law, okay? And I talked to them in detail and they explained to me that the school system was right because mind you, they said that I was going to have to pay for all this stuff and for them to look for the records, for them to pull out the records, for them to make copies of the records. They even said that I would have to pay the teachers or whoever it was that was getting the records together, that I would actually have to pay their hourly salary in obtaining these records. They told me that I would have to pay for the search of the records, the getting all the records together and putting them together, making copies of them, the whole shebang. All right. And so I'm talking to this FOIA guy, and he's explaining to me that this is correct and this is what they can do. But I didn't explain to him what I had requested, okay, which I should have. So he's explained to me this is how much it is per page. They can charge for, looking up the documents, obtaining the documents, the search of documents, everything, okay? He said he even knew of cases where it was like $5,000. All right. And I'm thinking, holy shit, this is crazy. They've never charged me before. I even said to him, I was like, isn't this a form of discrimination? Because in 12 years, it'd be different if they were being nice for 1, 2, or 3 times, right? No, 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 no. This is 12 and a half years. And all of a sudden, because I make a complaint, they want to charge. So I was looking at it in 2 different ways. One, yes, legally they can charge. But 2, in 12 and a half years, they didn't charge me, and all of a sudden I make complaints and now they're charging me. So I was trying in my head to figure out, okay, is this, you know, a discrimination thing, which it is, even though they can charge, it's still discrimination based off of us filing a report and a complaint and them just wanting to be jerks. And then I thought in my head, okay, is that worth a fight? No. But in my mind, I was thinking, but I still could make a complaint and make them do all the paperwork. All right, which is, I definitely do that. And something still wasn't sitting with me. All right, and I'm telling you this because I don't want you to fall for this. And I'm so glad that I didn't. And I caught it right away. Okay. So then I called the state in regards to FERPA. All right. And I went over what FOIA had said to me. And I was like, is this true? I said, what's the difference? I said, I've known about FERPA. I knew that, parents have the right to request their records. And I said, I'm an advocate and this is what I was taught. And I don't get it. What's going on? And she's like, no. You're right. You're absolutely right. I was like, well, what do you mean? They're trying to charge me, a bunch of money. And I know my whole file's huge and it could be like $5,000. So I'm like freaking out, right? And this was just yesterday. And so she's like, no. She said, what are you requesting? Can you tell me, what you requested? And I said, all I did was request my daughter's, record. That's it. I thought that was my right. And she's like, and I said, isn't it 100% my right? So at first I was like, this is crazy. I've known this whole time. And she's like, relax, you're right. She said FOIA is when you're requesting public record. FERPA is when you request your child's individual record. So here's what happened. The school system used FERPA in the first paragraph to because everything's visual with people. So it was like to trick the memory and trick the mind of, okay, FERPA. And then the rest was in regards to FOIA. So what they were trying to do was really screw with me in regards to who it lied under, hoping that I wouldn't catch it. So FOIA, for your reference, this is important content information, and I know it's going to be a short one tonight, but you guys got to know this, okay? Because if you go by anything that I say, you know that I say request your child's records every single year, okay? Once you request everything one time, then you just do it by year, it makes it easy. So the state was saying to me, their letter is inaccurate. And the fact that you were very specific in asking for your child's individual record, I'm very surprised that the school system would even bring up FOIA, because even though FOIA and FERPA, the school system has to adhere to because they're both federally mandated, individual is FERPA, public is FOIA. So the fact that the school system even brought in FOIA when I didn't request anything in regards to public record, which in my mind is so stupid because isn't public record? But anyway, long story short, she told me that it absolutely is not true. And the only thing, they can't charge me for looking up documents. They can't charge me for obtaining those documents. They can't charge me per hour. They can't charge me, whoever it is looking for those documents, hourly fee, and all these other crazy things that they were putting in there. This is, again, forms of intimidation and scare tactics where parents are like, okay, I don't want it, because you're thinking you're going to have to pay all this money. And it's leading up to this crazy crap because it did it to me. All right. And so I can't imagine what it would do to you. And so in my mind, I'm thinking, so she said, you need to write them back. I was like, can you stay on the phone with me? I'm going to write this while you're on the phone. She said, sure. So I write the letter up. And so per FERPA laws, and it's a federal law, when you request your child's individual record, the most the school system can charge you is 20 cents per page. Okay, so 500 pages, $100. All right. Now they can waive the fee like they did for me for 12 and a half years. And, but they can charge you up to 20 cents per page. That's it. They can't charge you per hour. They can't charge you per person. They can't charge you at all in regards to looking it up, finding them, obtaining them, putting them all together in a box or whatever it is they put it in. They can't do any of that. Just 20 cents per page. That's it. All right. And that is law. All right. Now, if you're requesting something public from the school, whatever that may be, media, etc., all right, then yes, that is actually 10 cents per page, but they can charge you for everything else, for looking up that information, for obtaining that information, for the time used, for the time spent, for that person's hourly fee. It can go on and become a thousands of dollar thing depending on what you're looking for. Okay, so that is what I needed you to know. Okay, so if you're just hopping on, post a 1 below if you're new, post a 2 below if you're an oldie but goodie. I will definitely answer your questions later because I have something going on tonight, but I had to give you this content. So it wasn't really a tip of the week, so I didn't want to, come on Monday and talk about this, but it is content. It's content because it's so important that, number one, you request your child's records every single year. So if you've never requested them before, say you request them now, then next year you only have to go back a year. Makes it easy. So the first time you get everything, the second, third, and so forth, you just get that past year, and it makes it a lot less. But you always want this because this is part of what you go back to in regards to, creating smart goals and everything else, okay? So, FERPA, FOIA, completely different. If you ever request your child's individual scholastic file and record, it is not FOIA. Do not fall for that, all right? So, I asked the state, which they can't give you legal information, but I asked them, I said, isn't it fraudulent of the school system to lead me to believe that I would have to pay fees that I legally was not obligated to under a federal mandated law? You know what she said to me? She goes, I can't give you legal information, but it sure sounds like it, doesn't it? Interesting response, right? So FOIA is public record. FERPA is you're requesting your child's individual scholastic file and records. FERPA only can charge you 20 cents per page, nothing more, nothing less, all right? Or they could say it's free, all right? So 20 cents per page, that's it. All right, they can't charge you to look it up. They can't charge you to hunt for it. They can't charge you to put it in a box. They can't charge you for shit other than 20 cents per page. Now, under FOIA, they can charge you for everything under the sun. They can charge you for looking it up. They can charge you for that staff member's hourly fee. They can charge you for all kinds of stuff. And then on top of that, the printouts and the copies are 10 cents. So they're a little less in that way, but they can charge you for everything else. Okay? So you can run into the thousands of dollars with FOIA, where FERPA, I mean, if you just go by 500 pages, that's $100. So it's really a little bit more reasonable. And I'm sure you could discuss with the school if you're not at odds with them like I am, where, they may work with you or whatever. But once you guys become advocates, just expect, the shit end of the stick in regards to them working with you, because they're going to that's that parent, just like I am. So I just wanted you guys to know that. I wanted you to be aware of that. I am going to have my phone on me tonight if you guys have questions. I know some people catch the replay. Hi there. How are you? My name is Raven Woods. I'm the CEO and founder of Autism Mama Rocks, the IEP, and I help parents gain the knowledge and confidence to become the CEO of their IEP meeting. So I apologize that I have something going on tonight. I've been really involved in getting all my students in the course, situated and questions answered, and, just getting everything together with that. They're getting ready to hit module 3. So it's crazy time now. We're getting ready to really do some role play as regards to the IEP. So I've been off my rocker as far as that's concerned, and it's a lot more work. So I apologize for that. And I had to come and be present with you guys because I needed to get that information out to you. And as you know, I don't care where I am. I don't have to be in my room with all the lights and all the craziness when really it's about the content. It's about the message. It's about giving you something that you can utilize and use and take with you and use later. So I will be present on Thursday nights for content night and Monday night for tip of the week. And then of course over on my group, Tuesdays for the Q&A. But I wanted you guys aware of that. If you have any questions, post them below and I will respond. And again, post a 2 below if you're an oldie but goodie. You guys know what to do. And post a 1 below if you're new. I want to get to know you and I want to welcome you, and hopefully you love this page. Make sure you click notifications above so you know when I go live and you can catch me. And even if you catch the replay, it at least will notify you that I went live. And then make sure, if you're not part of the group, that you head over to the group Autism Mama Rocks the IEP group and join. That's where everybody talks and asks questions and gets advice and all kinds of stuff. And of course, I'm present in there as well. So thank you for hearing me out today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you really get some value out of it. But I sure as hell learned something, and I'm so, so, so glad I did. So I want you guys to know that too. I don't want you to be taken by surprise like I was. And I hope this definitely helps somebody, because I know that many of you have requested records and you've been given a hard time. So I don't ever want the school system to intimidate you and bully you and do things like this so that you feel like you can't request something that's within your rights. Okay? So I will talk to you guys soon. Have a wonderful evening, and message me below if you have any questions. Talk to you soon.